Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Welcome to Blended Healing. Today we're going to be talking about maintaining your soul consciousness. But in order to learn about how to maintain it, you need to know what it is. Some of y'all already know what soul consciousness is, but it may be a new term for other people. So allow me to just give you a little background. To define soul consciousness requires explaining what consciousness is, just in general. In the most simple terms, there are 5 levels of consciousness, which is awareness. Most people move through life using 3 levels of consciousness, which is physical, mental, and emotional. Or at least these are the levels people are most aware of. Everyone does physical things every day. We get up, we go places, get things done, we exercise, etc. We think thoughts and feel emotions all day long. The 4th level of consciousness is the unconscious or subconsciousness. But let's skip that for now. There's another level of consciousness that some are turned into. However, many people are not, or they ignore, or they bypass this level. This level is called soul consciousness. And the level that most people really do not tap into. If you were to put consciousness in order from the highest to the lowest, it would look like soul consciousness. Then the next level will be unconscious / subconscious. Then the next level will be mental. After that, emotional. Then after that, physical. And to understand spiritual concepts such as awakening, rising up, and light is to understand that these concepts do not reside in the physical world, nor the mental or the emotional realm, where we spend most of our time. These concepts live on the highest realm of consciousness called soul or heart consciousness. Some call this the Christ consciousness, which is how I was taught, or the universe. Whatever you call it, it's your personal choice and your own comfort level. The thing is that you can't go out and get these concepts and put them inside of you physically, mentally, or emotionally, because they won't sustain or last for a long period of time. You can't take a magic pill, like in the movies, and automatically, activate. You feel me? You can't awaken from the outside because the light is already inside of you. You were born with it, and you have everything you need to thrive in your life. Trust. Recognize that there are much more than those first 3 levels. They are more than the goals that you're trying to achieve, more than your bodies, and more than your minds or your ego. And they are more than the emotions that you feel. In rising up in consciousness, so that you can live more from or spend more time in the highest realm rather than getting stuck in the lower ones. So, what is soul consciousness? The soul is the realization of yourself, of oneself, beyond your body, beyond your heart, beyond your mind. And consciousness, and it is present at all times, your soul that is inside of you. And then it's also beyond you. The soul was here before you came here and will live on when you're gone. Soul consciousness is an experience, and the primary condition to experience this realm is to allow yourself to just go there. And remember, it's not very far because it's inside of you already. In this realm lives unconditional love, compassion, trust, and surrender. Soul consciousness allows you to experience the present, and no matter what happens or had happened in the past, you can handle it while residing in soul consciousness. When you are detached from the illusions of your mind, you are not worried about what is coming in the future, nor are you dwelling on the past. Rather, you remain in the moment that you are in. Soul consciousness is in the present moment. The bottom line is this: when you experience soul consciousness, it's an awakening to who you truly are. The more awake you are, the more conscious you are, the more clear you are. The better decisions that you make, the more alive you will feel. And all of which leads to more trust, compassion, and empathy and love for yourself and for others. Let me give you a famous quote that's called The Power of the Myth by Joseph Campbell. He says that people say that what we're all are seeking is the meaning of life. I don't think that that's what we're really seeking. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that our life experiences on the purely physical plane will have resonance with our own innermost being and reality, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. Who wouldn't want to experience healing in their mind, their body, and their soul? We have people that are led spiritually, who deep dive into this, that are set up to help you along your journey, to support people in experiencing being more alive, to find joy, to find self-worth and value, compassion and trust. There are people that will be placed in your path that will help support you on your journey. Ashe, Ashe. So now we have a better idea of what soul consciousness is. Excuse me. And I know that was a lot, because that was a lot. That was heavy. That was heavy. Let me allow you to let that sink into your mind. Ashe, Ashe. I'm going to put a chant on for you, so just bear with me for a moment. Okay? All right. Let me find that chant for you. Ashe, Ashe, and welcome back. I just wanted to break it up for you. So now let's talk about maintaining your soul consciousness in action. Living a life which involves different actions, all of which are important in their own way, sometimes requires adjusting to them at every step. For example, this morning you have a meeting which is going to last for a couple of hours. After that, you have to work on a project which is pending in your office for a long time. And then there's some phone calls that you have to complete. This can go on every day and for day after day. This is called being action oriented. If you work very hard every day to bring success in your role. Also, you want to keep love and respect maintained in your relationships, and at the same time maintain peace of mind and contentment. All this you do, also realizing that your physical body is to be kept healthy, and also other different areas of your life are to be maintained. Also, you have to make room for personal time and space in which you can just give time to yourself and not to be forgotten. So a lot of actions are filled in a day. And that does what to you? That tires you out. This is just a typical day in the life of a working professional. The day just starts and ends before you know it, with no free time. And in this 3D world, there's an added dimension. In almost everyone's life is travel time. Then there are things to be taken care of, like diet, rest, sleep, and even taking care of what everyone expects from you, fulfilling their demands and satisfying them. Among all of this, the one thing that remains constant is you, the inner being. Spirituality teaches the technique of keeping yourself stable and rich with your internal treasures like peace, love, joy, and power. You need to do that when everything around you is so changeable and constantly moving. Everything moves around you, whereas you remain constant. That means you remain in one positive state of mind constantly. Also, you don't react, but you only respond. You act, but don't become an action oriented. You remain soul conscious, or being, or an inner being and conscious. Ashe, Ashe. How do you keep yourself stable and constant when surrounded by lots of actions, either in your personal life or your professional work or anything else? As per the knowledge of who you are or who I am, what we see about ourselves in the physical mirror is the way we look. Other than that, we know our education, our personality, our skills, and even our work or the role that we play. This is our physical self. But inside your physical body, and the one which plays its part through the physical body, is the inner being, or also called the soul. The soul is an energy which is a natural storehouse of all your qualities and powers. If you experience these qualities and powers inside of your mind, which is a part of the soul, you will remain at peace and in a contentment state of mind. But what happens is that when you begin your actions, you lose your connection with the inner self. You start acting on a physical level without even giving importance to the inner spiritual self. A very simple method to bring these qualities and powers back into your consciousness and then into your actions is reminding yourself, reminding that you are a peaceful soul, or you are a loveful soul, or even you are a powerful soul. Let me say it in first tense for you. I am a peaceful soul. or I am a loveful soul, or I am a powerful soul. By declaring and putting the I am is in motion. It is declaring who you are. It's the most powerful two words in the spiritual sense, the I ams. What this will do is to make you that thing. These are affirmations, and you know this. The more you bring these qualities and powers into actions, the more your actions will become streamlined and you will not get over involved with them. At the same time, you can perform them accurately because your mind is focused and full. This is called soul consciousness and is a higher state of mind than being action conscious. Ashe, Ashe. I'm being very heavy today, I know. But I know you got this. I know you got this. Beloveds, we are all action conscious at times, forgetting that all the actions are performed by the inner being or our soul. Actions may seem to be performed by our hands. Words may seem to be spoken by our tongue. And everything we see and hear seems to be done by our eyes and our ears. But always remember to keep a balance of all of your actions and to maintain a positive and powerful as well as detached state of mind, which does not get disturbed. You need to remember one thing: the hands, the tongue, eyes, and ears, all of them are being controlled by the soul or the real you. You are not Mr. X or Miss Y. That is the name of the physical body or the physical costume that you wear. The real you is the invisible being or spiritual energy or non-physical light, which is your soul. With this kind of soul consciousness, you will look at all of your actions and words from a distance and not be worried too much in their involvement. Things can go wrong at times. God know we know that. Work can go in the wrong direction. People can at times be negative towards you, or your physical body can be ill at times. Also, there will be a lot of actions to be completed at times. All this will happen at different times. Also, there'll be days when there is lots to do, but if you remain soul conscious or in touch with the inner being, remembering your spiritual qualities and your powers, you will remain at peace and in control. So work hard. Have beautiful relationships full of love and happiness and excel in every sphere of your life. At the same time, remember to keep your balance by remaining introverted and detached. This is the key to contentment and a stress-free lifestyle full of calmness. and self-esteem. Ashe, Ashe. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing. I hope that doing this deep dive today about soul consciousness stirs something within inside of you to know that you are the co-creator of your life. And the soul was here before you, and your soul will be here after you, after your body turns back to dust. Keep in mind that we all strive to do better, to change our thought processes and how we move and how we interact with one another, and how to get the load off our back, those rocks in your backpack. You have to learn how to take each rock out as you travel to lighten your load. I want you to see, feel, and imagine yourself journeying with a backpack full of rocks. And every step that you take as you elevate, a rock is being taken out. You reach back into that backpack and you take a rock out. And in every understanding level, these are the things that you will do until your load becomes lighter. And you understand that walking and maintaining your soul in your peace is the way of the light. I would like to end this segment again with this chant. I will see you very, very soon. Be well, stay safe, and deep bow to each and every one of you. Bye.
Watch that.